Muscles up, making sure you're loose before you ever start with your activity. So I'm gonna go through our dynamic warm-up here. Just gonna give you some very basic movements that you guys can do at home before you start your exercises. So the first one here is just called the high knee walk. All you're doing is grabbing at your knee, pulling up to your chest. At the same time, you're stepping up on your toe as high as you can. Really working on your balance right here. So you go all the way down to the inline. When you get down to the inline, we'll pause for the next exercise, and that was high knee walk. This next exercise is called heel up. So doing very similar thing, just pulling a heel up, grabbing at my toe, pulling up, and the same thing on the ground. I'm stepping up on my toe every time, as high as I can on my toe, working on my balance. Next exercise we have are called hip ups. So I'm grabbing at my outside ankle, also under my knee, and I'm pulling up to a point where I can start to feel it stretch, but I'm not gonna pull it too far, okay? With my foot that's on the ground, I'm doing the exact same thing, stepping up on my toe. Just working on your balance, stretching your hip flexors out. Next exercise is called straight leg deadlift, okay? So I'm gonna step out on my right foot. I'm gonna bring my torso parallel with the ground, my arms out. I'm gonna swing my opposite leg forward, up high, and I'm gonna take a big step out. Just working on balance, stretching our hamstrings out. And that was called straight leg deadlift. The next exercise we have is gonna be over the hurdles. So I'm gonna work on my hip flexibility, my hip rotation. So I'm pretending there's a hurdle in front of me and I have to step over top of it. So I'm swinging my leg over top of the hurdle and then I'm stepping. Working on my hip mobility right here. That was over the hurdles. Next, we're gonna speed it up a little bit, go a little faster, just to get your heart rate going, warm your muscles up a little bit more. So we're gonna go quick high knees, driving your knees up your chest. You're trying to get as many reps in as you can right here. Try to get as many reps in as you can, almost like you're running in place. That was fast high knees. Next one, same thing, same aspect. You're just going butt kicks, okay? So you're bringing your heel up to your butt. Same thing, trying to run in place, get as many in as you can. You just want to warm your muscles up as much as possible before you start exercise, just to make sure you don't injure yourself. That was butt kicks. All right, this last one right here is called high skipping. It's basically the exact same thing as the one leg jump. So I'm driving my opposite knee up, driving my arms up as well. Basically working on your one leg jump, your one leg explosiveness, working on driving that knee up, driving your arms up. Now I'll go through a little bit of a jump warm up right here. So I have two different kind of jumps that I usually work on. First one is an ankle bounce, or you'll hear me call it a quick jump sometimes as well. The second one is a power jump in your typical power stance, okay? So the first one I'm gonna do is that quick jump, the ankle bounce jump. With that, my knees bend very minimally. Everything is off my toes and my ankles, my calves. So the lower leg strength is what we're working on right here. So you can either go to a backboard, you can go to a doorway. I usually wanna have a reference point of where I wanna touch every time I do it, okay? And work on every time you jump, your arms are fully extended, because anytime you jump, there's a reason for that. You're trying to get over somebody, you're trying to grab something as high as you can, so your arms should always be fully extended at the top. Okay, so So I'm just gonna go ahead and do 10 of these real quick, the quick ankle bounce jumps. So right here, I'm gonna tap, right back down, tap, right back down. It's very minimal knee bend. Everything is off my toes. And that was ankle bounce jumps. So with both the ankle bounce jumps and these power jumps, I do about 3 to 4 sets of each of these. So the power jump next is what you'd usually think of as a regular jump. All you're doing is you're in your power stance, you're down a little bit. You want to think about keeping your chest up as opposed to letting your chest drop and face the floor. You always want to think of your chest facing the wall, okay? So with the ball right here, you're wanting your arms to be back as far as possible so you can use your arms to drive yourself up. So if I have a ball, I'm gonna bring the ball around my belly button area and extend all the way up, okay? So I'm gonna show you a couple of those. The important part is also landing in that exact same position that you jumped from. Okay, doing that will help decrease injury, being able to cradle yourself down. It'll also help if you land in that same position, that's the faster you can jump back out of it, okay? So I'm just gonna show you a couple of those right here. Explode up, touch, right back in that same position. And that was your power jumps right there. So I do about 3 to 4 more sets of those.
2 years ago, Jacob Tucker won the dunk contest, NCAA Division I, and put himself on the map as far as the country was concerned. All of a sudden, this guy out of nowhere could dunk the basketball. All of a sudden, this guy out of nowhere had a 50-inch vertical. But we have to start focusing on what got him there. And I know there's a lot of things out there that say you can jump higher. I mean, in fact, Jacob Tucker's name has been used to sell countless vertical jump programs. But that's not what this is. You have to understand that when we look inside Jacob Tucker's journey, you're going to be able to see that Jacob Tucker worked on things that would give him the ability to dunk. He didn't practice dunks. He's not with I'm Possible. We didn't choose Tucker for our organization, and we didn't reach out to him because he could dunk. We reached out to him because he's innovative, because he had a plan, because he had a great journey. And we believe, like he believes, that his journey can help you, but not in the way that you might be thinking, not in the way that you might have seen packaged other places. This is about first working on your feet. So you got to understand that his feet are the best in the business. You have to understand that his feet have given him opportunities. Then his body has given him opportunities. He's built himself into an athlete, not a dunker, not a 50-inch vertical, an athlete. And you're going to see as we go on this journey together of what has made Jacob Tucker special, why he's an I'm Possible trainer, why he has an I'm Possible story, because we believe that you can share a similar story. And you're going to be able to say, I am possible because I now have a plan. That's what Jacob Tucker and I'm Possible training is all about.
This next exercise is called the power Micans. It's more advanced, more explosive than the regular Micans that you're used to, okay? So I'm gonna go through it, show you slowly exactly each step so you get an understanding of it. Then I'm gonna go fast and show you exactly what I'm looking for, okay? So you explode up, everything is gonna be off 2 feet right here. I'm gonna explode up for the layup, and I'm gonna grab it out of the net while moving to the opposite side. So when I catch myself right here and I balance, I'm going right back up, exploding, getting the ball out of the net, going right back over. So the point of this exercise is really being able to jump right after you just landed. So if you went up and got a rebound, being able to explode right back up. In a game situation, if you were on the wing, okay, let's say you drive baseline right here and he cuts me off, you need to have the ability to jump off this, to plant off this inside foot and jump stop to the middle. So it's a very important aspect, jumping off that inside foot. So the next thing we're gonna work on is the power Mican of jumping off that inside foot back and forth, working on the explosion, being able to drive yourself out with it, okay? So I'm gonna show you that power Mican. I'm gonna show you slow so you can see the footwork on it, and then I'll show you a little faster pace of exactly what we're looking for with it. So we're just exploding up a regular layup right here. I'm exploding up, gonna be jumping off that inside foot crossways, grabbing the ball out of the net. Okay, when I land, exploding back up, jumping crossways, exploding back up, okay? So that's the footwork of it, jumping off that inside foot. Now I'm gonna show you fast. This is what we're looking for right here. So I'm exploding up. In a game, if you're attacking the basket, if you're driving to the basket towards a big man, okay? So driving to the basket, if the big man slides over, you need to have the ability to finish with your outside hand right here, away from the defender. Now, if he chooses to stay in the same spot right here, I need to have the ability to change and go to the other side of the basket. So I need to be able to finish on both sides of the basket. So we're gonna show you the drill to practice that. This is the hang time Mikan drill. We'll work on the ability to jump from one spot, but finish in two spots at the same time, okay? So on this side, we're gonna be working on our left hand layup. At the same time, I'm catching the ball out of the net, and I'm gonna be finishing with my right hand. So I just showed you slow, now I'm gonna show you fast. Obviously, guys, that's a very difficult movement. You can't use your arms to drive yourself up. You have to be able to balance yourself, hold the ball in one hand while moving to the other side. It's a very difficult movement with a lot going on. If it makes me feel unathletic, you might feel a little unathletic doing it as well.
In the game of basketball, not only do you have to jump when the moment's right, jump when the moment's necessary, you also have to be able to protect when the moment's necessary and protect when the moment's right. So if you're going to work on your jumping, you're going to work on your ability to finish in the game, who cares about your vertical leap if you can't protect in the air? And so what we're going to work on right now is your ability, if my defender is down low and my post player, and I have the ability to jump, no matter what, you have to have the ability to at least get an arm out to protect. Now, I'm not going to be pushing, I'm not going to be shoving, but if I can get the ability to hit and be able to hold off a defender to finish, I'm going to be a high-level finisher in the game. So we're going to bring you through a drill that's going to give you that skill, your ability to protect in the air. This is our Med Ball Mikan series. Once again, the Mikan drill has been around forever. But what I question is, does it really have any impact? Now, yes, we can get a little bit of practice with our hands and be able to finish, but is there any game in the Mikan drill? I mean, we gotta start advancing these things, or we get just stuck in the dark ages right here. So the Mikan with the Med Ball is really gonna put a game emphasis on a simple drill. And so right now, if I have the ability, right now I'll finish the left hand on the left side, the ability to explode up. This Med Ball, because it's 6 pounds, because it's weighted, is gonna simulate that defender in that contact. So if I can explode up, take the hit, and get my finish, that's gonna be high level. Now the trick of this is as the ball's going through the net, I'm gonna have to have the ability to switch hands to grab the ball out of the net, and now I can finish with my right hand on the right side. So not only are you gonna have great finishing, you're gonna work on your control, you're gonna work on your confidence, you're gonna work on your coordination. And so there's 3 big things to help you finish in the game. Let's take a look at the drill, game speed. Man, that's a tough drill. Now obviously as you go, you're gonna work on your ability to explode. Man, I might not have only gotten 4 or 5 inches off the ground, but it's delaying your finishes. It simulates contact. That's a tough drill. Give it a shot. Don't focus on just your vertical leap. Some of the best jumpers in the world are not necessarily high jumpers. They're horizontal jumpers. They can jump left, they can jump right, they can jump up, they can jump out. And so we're working on your ability just to be able to jump when the moment's needed. And so for our reverse with the Mikan and the med ball, we're gonna have the ability to be able to jump horizontally. That doesn't necessarily mean I gotta jump high. It means I have to be effective. And so if I can jump from this side and be able to finish with the defender, get my rebound, reload, and be able to jump from this side, I'm really gonna have the ability to finish in the game when I'm getting hit, when I have contact. So let's look at a game speed. This is our reverse with the med ball and our Mikan series. This is a focus drill. Your ability to take that hit and finish anyway. And when this medicine ball sticks to the basketball a little bit, anything that can simulate that delay that happens when someone's hanging on your arms, you gotta practice that in the game. And that's why this tool works so well. Give that a shot.
Next, we're gonna work on spin jumps. Very important for body control, quick movements, being able to finish after you spin into it. So first I'm gonna show you the progressions of it. There's two different ways you can do it right here. So I'm gonna show you the 180. So if I do it quick, all I'm doing is a quick turn. Okay, that's a quick 180. If I wanna have a more powerful one, I'm gonna explode up with it. It's the same thing, but I'm more worried about going up than doing it quickly. So if I'm jumping up with it, I'm gonna land. All right, so now we're gonna show you how to do it with a finish behind it. We're first gonna do the 180, so I'm gonna do a couple of the quick ones first. So we're gonna start facing the opposite direction. When I turn, I'm turning quick and immediately exploding up to finish, okay? So right here, I'm turning quick, exploding up to finish. I'm right back, now I can go the other direction, quick turn, exploding up to finish. Now the other progression of that, something else you can work on, is a powerful jump, all right? So I'm gonna jump high when I do the 180, I'm gonna land in my power position and then explode up. So I'm facing the opposite direction, I'm exploding up, I land